Good evening. Trying a few more attempts, but before that, daily, or well, I think it's a daily challenge. I think I should get a blueprint after this one, if I'm not mistaken. The boss is up there. How do I get there? Down, 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 and then up, up, up. Okay. Just go down. Right. It's gonna be just a few attempts. Nothing really all that special. It's honestly probably not even gonna be that many attempts. Like, I feel like probably, like, for about an hour again. Oh, stupid green bird. Absolutely fucking hate this stupid green bird. And mostly just, again, looking for blueprints. Stupid mushroom. Otherwise, yeah, I haven't really played all that much Dead Cells lately. Because I've been playing other stuff. Like, I got through Hades. I've been trying, Hades 2, rather. And been going with that for a while. I hate that my boy is not in here. Like, where's me little boy? Well, not really needed. What are you? Lacerating aura. That sounds like bleeding. I want to see what that does. And then, I'm gonna have, I think, either the bow, the Nerves of Steel, or the scythe. I really kind of like the Nerves of Steel, but I'm not sure how good a weapon it is. So we'll have to see with that. And I mean specifically against bosses, because it doesn't really aim up or down. And you are kind of limited in your attack speed. Like, the burped tips are not gonna do anything. So I kinda need something else to combo with up. And I frankly do not know what. I just realized they changed color when you destroy their shield. That's kinda neat. Also, I have a parry shield. And most enemies kind of just die whenever the crit hits them. I love the parry shield whenever you have an enemy that actually shoots you. I feel like... Well, that was Malaise. Shouldn't have eaten that. I feel like I should read again. I feel like anything that could just baseline increase your damage. Not necessarily... Like, are there items that specifically increase your crit damage? And if so, are they in tactics? Since the Nerves of Steel doesn't really scale with anything else. Also, where do I go? Promenade. Oh, the smoke bomb, maybe. The smoke bomb could work. But first of all, of course, I need the hunter grenade. Four new blueprints, which there should still be some in the bank I can get. Shark, that's a no. Everything that allows me to actually use the nerfs of steel. Like a freeze or a root or something like that. Should be very much helpful. Well, that is cleared, that's very nice to hear. There's a challenge rift I've seen. Anything that roots... I still don't know how that club is supposed to work. Absolutely not. Okay, there's the promenade. Wolf trap. Are there any weapons that stop enemies from moving? The ice bow, maybe? I don't know how long that freezes. I know the frost crossbow freezes for a while, but that one also requires both hands, so that's a no. That was stupid. I jumped too high. Not often I have that problem. I think you can notice I haven't played in a second. Well, I didn't take as much damage as I thought I would, so I'm still kind of happy about that. Otherwise, if I don't get a wolf trap or something like that, I can take a... What's it called? Like a smoke bomb and wolf trap, maybe? Because I feel like the... And I don't know if that's true, but I really feel like the Nerfs of Steel has relatively high base damage. And since I can control whether it crits or not, I think we should be good. Ice grenade could work, but it doesn't scale off of tactics, so maybe not. Inflicts damage on nearby enemies. Oh, that's just a power. Okay. It is a tactics power, huh? Ah, that's actually not as little as I thought it would be. Colorless damage to burning targets. Victims burn and die. Freezes nearby enemies when the effect ends, and nearby enemies start bleeding when the effect ends. I would have expected... Wait a second. Oh, it's damage to a slowed down target. Right, so what do I take? Assuming that most enemies will just die, the networking is probably not the best. I feel like Ranger's gear plus the smoke bomb is my best shot. For now, I'm gonna take the damned vigor. And see how it goes. Also, prison depths. Don't forget. We will have to go through the prison depths, and I don't even have the stats or the stat combination for a good... Apparently I have to have line of sight for the aura to work. But it could be great against birds. Gather up all the birds in a single spot. And then lacerate them with the aura. How much damage does the lacerating aura do? Also, if I find a normal lacerating aura now, can I stack the colorless one, or does it need to be a legendary one? I should honestly probably use my shield more. Absolutely smashing through the birds, I love that. Javelin, that's probably a no. No, no, no. Like, the crossbow also has a root, but it's a crossbow, so that's a problem for that. Can't really combine it with other weapons. I still want to try these axes at some point. Basically, you hit someone, and then you hit other enemies behind them. No. No. The Gilded Yumi, maybe? Push them away so you can charge your crit. But I feel like I'd rather have something that is just hard CC. Yeah, I'd rather have hard CC. And yeah, you do need line of sight. You need to be in the same room basically as your enemies, which is a bit weird, but understandable in the same time. They do kind of hate it if you hit enemies through walls. They really kind of don't like that. Trigger the bombardier. What are you? Damage you take is inflicted on enemies. I don't really want to take damage. I don't have all that much health. Ice armor, if I didn't already have something, maybe. It, again, also doesn't scale off of the tactics, so... not ideal. Shop. Unfortunately, I don't think I can take anything. There's the smoke bomb. 16 seconds cooldown. Honestly, I'm not really buying anything right now, because I want to use the hunter grenade first. No. The deployable was a consideration, but I feel like I want to try this lacerating aura. I do like auras. Aura then was my favorite in Diablo 2. Even though it wasn't that good if playing solo, and I only played solo. No. Keep what I have. Ooh, Challenger. I'll take that. I really feel like Easton once again was right. I feel like the biggest issue with the Malays is the first 3 levels until you get to the first boss. Everything after that, you kind of never get over Malays like 2, if at all. That's a no again. Oh, that's the idiot cage, and I fell in it. Certified idiot, apparently. I think you can notice that I haven't played in a while. Ah, fuck. I will never understand how you can do that in like a single double jump. These with the ledges standing up, okay, I get those. Those are fine. But the one where the ledges just directly in the spikes, I do not get how you land on that. Unless you have like I had a third jump. Unless you have like a third jump, which I should have used, but didn't for some reason. Okay. This should be the prison. And the door. What is behind door number 3? This aura kinda slaps, honestly. Not really against the bigger enemies, but against the smaller enemies. The birds, specifically, which is are my biggest nemesis. I will definitely take this aura again. Yep, there's the prison depths. Not cursed, so only cursed 10. Get shredded. Alright, brutality, because I have more survival right now, though frankly that's just the amulet. Well, there's an elite waiting, but first... Close. Fuck you! I didn't think they could move with that. Well, learned something new again. Having a pierce on that Nerves of Steel, definitely also appreciate it. Up here. Nerves of Steel is a great weapon. It's a fun to use weapon. Not the most fun to use, but definitely a fun to use one. Anything where you can control the damage more accurately than just holding the button. Always kinda great. Alright, there's the morass. That's not where we're gonna go. I see a scroll piece. A scroll fragment, we're gonna grab that. And then I think I'm gonna bail to the prison depths. Or maybe I just kill everybody here. There it is. There's a scroll fragment. No more enemies, so that is everything. Grab that money. 35 kills, unfortunately not enough. Power shot is honestly a great mechanic. Alright, to the prison depths. And then hope that the... whatever areas behind it, like the ancient sewers, I believe. The ancient sewers, the ramparts, or the morass are, I believe, the 4 areas I can get to from that. Hope that those contain something useful. Like a food shop. Take the gastronomy. For a bit of heal, I was thinking of taking... what is it called? The parting gift, but I don't think it's that great because we already have AoE in the form of piercing anyway. cat. I don't think I'll take that. Poison targets, spreads inflammable oil, victims burn. Nah. Getting to shoot enemies from really far away should also definitely help. The piercing also definitely helps. Wonderful. Yeah, piercing and high damage. Both very much appreciated things in this area while I'm cursed. Is there another one? There's another one. Birds! Okay, there's an elite. No. No. Actually, no. That's infected. It is once again. Shred the birds. Lacerating aura kinda slaps, not gonna lie. I like it. I'm gonna have to take a drink here though. Money. Absolutely kinda love it. This also feels like it would scale well with the Hokuto's bow since it appears to hit a lot. Okay, it needs to be the legendary version. I do still need... I do still need... Oh, challenge rift. What was it? Right, something to hunt with the hunter grenade. Presuming I survive until then, because I'm pretty sure there's nothing left prior to at least the first boss. Unless I'm lucky and one of them just spawns in thanks to the Malays. This is BC5. Also, good evening. I'm currently doing BC5 with a bit of a self-imposed challenge. A small one. Fuck. The challenge is to basically pick the weapon at the start and then stick with it. And with pick I mean roll for it, since I just let the dice decide. What do we have? Nothing I want. Right, so where can I go? Ancient sewers. Ancient sewers appears to never be incentivized. I don't know why. I've not seen an incentivized once. Also, I can get to the ossuary from the prison depths? I thought not. Ossuary, however, doesn't really have any enemies that I still can't take, I don't think. Right. Do I take the ranger's gear for later, or do I just reroll then? I think I'll just reroll then. Get me point blank. Also, how long does the gastronomy last? 300 seconds? That's quite a lot. 5 minutes. That's like 2 entire areas. And we do set shit on fire, also not bad. I'm not looking forward to the swordsmen here. I still have kind of issues with parrying them. Oh well. Just need to look in then. But yeah, I did the daily earlier. That is the only other thing I currently do. Next to the BC5 attempts. Which, the furthest I've gotten in BC5 was the Queen. And then I died to the Queen. That is the furthest I've gotten until now. I basically, in this case for example, I have the Nerfs of Steel. I rolled basically for one of the 4 columns. And then decided on the Nerfs of Steel. So I can pick everything else except another main weapon, but if I find a better Nerfs of Steel, I'll take the better Nerfs of Steel. It's the same weapon, better stats is fine. It's basically so I don't always use the exact same weapon all the time, because I do have a bit of an issue with having some preferred weapons. Ah, Nerfs of Steel, are you better? Shoots an arrow in literally every direction. And doesn't pierce. But it is a lot more damage, huh? Yeah, let's take that. I do look for the food shop. Okay, we can one-shot the normal swordsman now. However, everything else is fair game to switch out. Like the shield, the amulets, the secondary weapon, all of that I can switch out as I want. Originally I went with the entire set, but I changed the rules on that. And the goal is to just beat BC5 like at least once. It currently hasn't happened yet. I think I'd also want to find all of the blueprints, but that's probably gonna take a while. Right, there is... I wonder if just shooting twice is actually more damage than waiting for the crit. Oh, there's another shop. Skulls. Anything I like. Anything I'd take over what I have? Not really. Is basically the goal is basically to find weapons that I like without and to use weapons I dislike to see if I like them more if I actually use them. Marksman's bow. Also, I have won a run. Oh, I actually won once, right. If I win with a run and I get the weapon again, I'll just not take it or switch it out with the first weapon I find. That is the only other thing. Okay. Cursed treasure. Are there enough enemies still in this area? Probably. I wouldn't want to have that against the concierge, but if we have enough enemies, we should be fine. I hope we have enough enemies. Oh, I can just wait for enemies to spawn in. Right. I have malaise too. I can just make my own enemies. Just wonderful. Hot light sword is a no, though. Oh, that's the curse of the god shrine. That guy had a blueprint for me. Why don't I have that yet? Well, this tier has increased. I need to get rid of the curse. Alright, more tactics. Please let there be enough enemies. There's an elite. I'm gonna skip that one for now. Yeah. Just buy it out. I have one flask again. But it is kind of based on how I normally play, because I really like random is my favorite hero in basically everything I play. League of Legends I random, Dota I random. Now in Deadlock that they have a random button, I random there as well. Much to my chagrin, because that actually means I have to play Holiday now and then. Though on the other hand, I got to play Mina, which is rare. Because apparently she is a very well-liked character. Alright. So Curse is gone. I could go ahead and do that elite now. Oh, Challenge Rift, another one. That is 4 for 4 at this point, I believe. No, I don't. Was there one in the Promenade? I don't remember. But in that case, it's 3 for 4, which still is exceedingly good. Jumping on enemy stone? No. Like, comparatively to usual. What kind of madman designed this shit? Fuck. Well, that was a lot more damage at the end than I should have taken. Okay, so there's another chest. There's the elite. Is there anything I missed over here? Only 4 enemies. I don't really care about those. Alright. Go with the elite then. Two shots. Gladly take that. Also, Amulet is a bit better stat-wise. There's 5 enemies. There's another scroll. There's the there's a chest room. Are you a cursed chest? No. In this case, at this point, I kind of prefer the cursed chest because the items are always colorless, and you get a scroll. Now then I can sell the cat. Also, don't expect masterclass play of me. I kinda suck at this game. I always make the same mistakes. Just the most annoying part. Where are the exits? Down there, right. What are the options? I think Conjunctivius or the Concierge. Black Bridge. God damn it. I have the feeling this thing could be very good again. Oh wait, it's death. Not a concierge, not the pit. Do I want to fight that? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? I actually don't want to fight death. Especially with the stupid sights. No blueprints. I have a feeling later I want Ranger's gear, the smoke bomb, and the thing that do those actually turn off again? No. And the mutation that reduces skill cooldowns on ranged kill. Can I beat him flawlessly? Probably not. Yes, laugh at me. Oh wait, you can shoot the small scythes out of the air. In that case, the aura is actually kind of busted. Because it just destroys all the scythes. I didn't know you can hut them out of the air. I thought you have to parry them. But no, that makes death a lot easier. I still took a hit, unfortunately. Okay, give me tactics, give me some more money. There is no food shop on the next level though, I don't think. Alright, so Slumbering Sanctuary is a no. I need to beat him flawlessly, which now that I know you can hit these scythes out of the air, is actually a possibility. But probably not. Unless I get the aura, but it is a possibility. I'm actually thinking on whether or not I want to just eat that, because at this point I feel like the health is more of a problem than the melees. What is in the shop? I don't... Oh wait, no, the Stilt Village has a food shop. Yeah, it does. I need more money. But I should be able to get that here. Not quite enough yet. $300 more gold. The aura is actually kind of nice. It shreds most of the enemies I've encountered. Okay, what is in the treasure? There is also another wall chicken. Knife dance? Nope. Though that also gives the knife dance a really good use case against death. Because it just bombards the area with a bunch of knives, which could cut down the sights for you. Yeah, my lack of healing is not great though. Okay. Lucky. Very lucky. No. I need my tactics. Need more tactics. I need something to throw the stupid hunter grenade against. Where are the enemies I can still get stuff from? Also, I already have all of the blueprints from all of the enemies in here. I didn't think I did, but apparently I have. Alright, weapon shop. I don't have money, so that's a no. You don't sell what I need anyway. Nothing. $30 enemies. 30 more for a room. I don't think I'll get that. Would be neat. Yeah, I don't get that. Okay, that was a good hit. Good hit. Apparently we now crit for 16,000. We crit for 17,000. Which, that's a number I really like. Also, if you activate the aura... Ow, I thought I parried that. If you activate the aura... Mother... Apparently I suck at parrying those still. Maybe I should have just dodged them. Well, unfortunate. But yeah, the fact that there is apparently not a single enemy I can still get blueprints from. Okay, those guys are at the graveyard. Let's roll. And do one more. 7, that's a second set. I don't really want to do the Hardlight Sword, so... Laser Glaive. You kind of just need enough enemies around. If you have enough enemies around, it's not bad. Otherwise, I don't really like it all that much. That makes me think about whether you just want to dodge all the enemies and gather them all up at the same spot. I have a feeling that the laser glaive will not be great against bosses. Like a very distinct feeling that the laser glaive will not be good against bosses. It will be good against this specific elite if there's 2 of them. Actually, give me that. It's more health. There's also a red elite room, huh? I'm quite surprised this has a maximum range. Until it hits the first enemy, probably. Where do I go, actually? I go to the castle's outskirts. Okay. I know where those are, at least. Now, what mutations do I take with this? I have a feeling that the networking should work really good with it. Especially if you get enough enemies together. But otherwise, I'm not really sure. Maybe I used the cocoon to parry. Oh, we got the 30 kills. With this weapon, even. Like, 2 enemies of approximately the same strength. This thing kinda rocks them. But for nearly all other circumstances, I feel like there's better options. Okay, let's go to the elite. How very nice of them to give me the double elite twice. That was an extreme case of luck. It is very fun if it actually works out. If being the keyword there. Right, up there is the operator. What? I go to the castle's outskirts. Right, so the promenade should be over here, I believe. No, wait, the toxic sewers. And then, where's the hunter grenade? Is the hunter grenade down there? The hunter grenade is down there. Well, lacerating aura. Was nice to know you. I'm still kind of miffed that you can't put... I don't think I've ever mentioned that. An item has been from the opposite, only if few scrolls is counted or no. If you have 2 colors on it, only the scroll you have more of is counted. So currently I have 4 tactics and 1 red, so I get the scaling for 4 tactic scrolls. But all of the weapons scales with the same scales with that color. So yeah. And mutations also only scale with 1 color, except the white ones. They scale also with whatever you have the most of. Right, no new blueprints. Get me the damned vigor. It only counts the most, but it always counts all of them. I wonder how different the game would be balanced if all scrolls counted the same. Like if it just checked you have 2 scrolls of the relevant colors. There we have. Nope. Oh, maybe a little bit more damage than I wanted, but I guess it's fine. Are there any enemies in Dracula's castle that I can still get items from? I don't think so. Yeah, you definitely want to lure them into basically just standing next to each other. Why'd you do that? Where? Alright, root grenade, no. I think I want to keep the cocoon as my main defensive tool. I kind of need to learn more how to parry with that successfully anyway. It is kind of weird how the glaive flies. Like, it flies by line of sight, but not necessarily your line of sight, but by its own line of sight. And also it throws back the explosive projectiles, which I don't think any other shield does, with maybe the exception of the parry shield, but that one's kind of doing it with different projectiles. Also, that went very well. Come down here to the crossbowman. Yeah, if you have 2 enemies, it's kind of sweet. God damn it. If you can actually hit one of them. The damage on this thing is really weird. Can I amplify that with something else? I feel like if I need something to kill bosses with. But I feel like if I just take another weapon, I will not use the glaive. And that kind of defeats the purpose of this entire operation. I'm kind of hoping I can get the... It says... Ammu mutation doesn't apply. I'm kind of hoping I get the legendary one, because that gives you 2 shots with it, I believe. God damn it. Whoop. Alright, door open. Eat glaive. I did not get the 60. Yeah, I shouldn't have let that guy shoot me. Like, why did that not hit this bat? The bat was there and that one hit. Like, the targeting on this thing is all over the fucking place. Well, I fucked up the parry there. Parried too early. Against Mr. Krabs. It does crit a lot, so maybe I can take the Master Arms thing. Since basically every hit after the first one is a crit. But that again requires you to have enough enemies to trigger the crit against. If you do have that... Ow. God damn it. I should probably have a heal. Fuck. Laser glaive, I think, is gonna be a secondary weapon. In most cases. Roll a 13. I think I have a time for another one. Roll a 13. Third one. That's Valmont's Whip or the multiple Nox bow. It shoots 3 arrows for 3 times the damage. It also means that it can hit up to 3 enemies without piercing. But every singular arrow doesn't really do all that much damage. I feel like this weapon could work well with the barbed tips, which is already one of my favorite mutations anyway. So I will go with that. Yeah, take that for some tactics. Trust. I think Castlevania is to the right of here. Also, if the smoke bomb triggers its bonus damage on every single of these arrows, like on the next attack, all 3 arrows, that would make it very neat indeed. And probably be worthy of a pickup. Alright, toxic sewers, those are cursed, so that's a no. Hunter grenade. And yeah, there's Castlevania. There should be an item. It is a cocoon. This could be... yeah, this is the Arboretum. Which I have this thing feeling the Arboretum is gonna be incentivized. Which I'm not really looking forward to. It is incentivized. For some reason, it feels like I've been in the Arboretum more than usual. Like I've been in the Arboretum a lot at this point. Not gonna buy anything, so the promenade is up here. Also, how did this work? That super slide thing? Like this. Right. I still don't think I like the shield all that much. I need to get the timing right on that. I feel like you have to press the parry at just a slight bit before you hit the roll. Give me, if I start with the burp tips. But yeah, if you hit the roll too late, it buffers it into the it buffers it after the parry has ended. I hate those I hate that they basically go shields up and don't allow you to hit them. Also, I might want to reroll the mutators on my bow, because I'm not sure I like the double damage one. Does the cocoon actually remove all arrows when when parrying an enemy? I know shields tend to do that. I don't know if all shields do that, if that's like just a base function of the parry itself. Or if that's based on specific shields. Also, shouldn't have taken that rock to the face. Do you have a better bow for me? No. Is that a viper? Two shots against the big mushrooms, I do like that. I wonder, can you parry, because somebody said, I think it was Easton again, that the cocoon can parry anything. Can you parry those plants? Have I killed everything here? I have killed everything here, right. Let's move on then. And kill everything in the next area as well, which is above. Why does it suddenly deal so much damage? Did I pick up a lot of scrolls? Maybe we just need more damage. It is, honestly, damage-wise, this bow kinda sucks. Like, looking at it, this is with double damage. Like, this is with a modifier that it deals plus 100% damage, and it still kinda does not deal all that much. It really feels like this is mostly just to apply stuff based on how often you hit enemies. Which I think the only thing that actually triggers anything on that is the burped tips. Except the quick bow, which deals, which crits based on how many arrows an enemy has. But I feel like in that case you'd rather just have a quick bow. Alright, I can see there's the Morris of the Banished, so we are done to the right. Which case to the left? Is that a big eye back there? No, those are mushrooms. Those are big mushrooms. Why are the mushrooms so big? Yeah, you just shoot 3 arrows. You cannot... I think this bow cannot crit. I think this bow doesn't have a crit option. Also, 60 kills. I'll take that. I don't know how necessary it is to crit if you can just apply 6 stacks of the burp tips within a second. And I assume those burp tips will be my main damage against bosses. What do you have? Shoots an arrow behind you and ammo +3, so you don't even have a modifier except the 100%. I feel like you could have a lot better mutators. Oh. No clue what died over there. I'll take it. Oh wait, scroll. Right, get me what is next? Brutality. Doesn't really matter. I feel like I'm just gonna... stay with my tactic stuff. Stupid plant. And there, somebody dropped me a health kit. How very nice of them. I just assume that the smoke bomb deals its damage or increases the damage of all 3 hits, since it is a single attack. Or a single button press. As in, it is a single attack that it shoots 3 arrows, same as the magic bow shoots 5 or 8, depending on if it's a legendary. What does the legendary multiple notch bow do? Does it just shoot more arrows? Does it shoot like 4 arrows? Fucking mushroom. Fuck. I rolled into that. My mistake. Well. I shot for your runs. Let me roll what I do next time. Yeah, currently I really kinda don't feel like that sells all that much. I think I need to play something else. Before I completely lose interest in the game. Alright, what do we roll? 7. Gold digger. Like this, right? Yeah. Right, I'll see that next time. Did I already win with the gold digger now I think about it? Didn't I have... Yeah, I did win with the gold digger, so I can actually exchange that if I want. If I want to use that as my main weapon. And I feel like this is more of a secondary. Anyway, as mentioned, I kind of really don't feel like Dead Cells lately. Maybe I'll just skip on it for a few weeks. Anyway, yeah. Well, thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice evening. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a nice weekend. And otherwise, yeah, just goodbye.